Hello students! Welcome to our new normal class. And today, let us talk about the lesson 2 in Health 7 is changes in the health dimension during adolescence. So at the end of this lesson, you class will able to number 1, identify the stages of growth and development. Number 2 is to determine the changes in the health dimension during adolescence. Number 3 is construct the similarities and differences of characteristic or changes of adolescents that are shared by both. And lastly, the value the changes in the health dimension during the adolescence. So, let's get started. So let's start to discuss the stages of growth and development. When you say the stages of growth and development, i-discuss natin dito kung ano ba yung stages of the kung ano bang tawag nung bata pa tayo hanggang sa matanda na tayo. So first one is the infancy. When you say infancy, during this 2 to 3 years of life or the stage of infancy, a stage display tremendous growth. So 1 to 2 years old po. So ano kaya ginagawa ng 1 to 2 years old? So one is medyo nagsasalita na siya ng mga words like mama, papa, hindi pa siya gaano maglalakad, pero yung iba naglalakad na, pagapang-gapang pa lang siya. At the same time, kumakain na po siya ng rice, pero konti lang po. Dumedete pa lang po siya. Okay? Increased physical coordination and mental development are observed in this stage. Why? Because pag bata pa lang tayo, parang nako-confuse tayo. We are trying something new. Pag pinindot ba natin to, ano kaya magagawa? Pag kinain ba natin to, ano ba yung magagawa? Okay? Next is the childhood. When you say childhood, it is a stage of growth and development between the infancy and the adolescence. Childhood years are the period of relatedly steady physically growth. So, dito na yung parang patubo or palaki na palaki kung ano ba yung kung matangkad ka ba, kung pandak ka ba, kung malit ka talaga, hindi ka natatangkad, kung matangkad ka talaga dito sa childhood ay matangkad ka. Matangos ang ilong, maputi, dito na po ma-develop yung ating changes. So, during this stage, children develops the ability to reason and solving problems. So in this stage, dito natututo na tayo on how to solve the problem. Solving a problem. For example, yung kapatid natin umiiyak, ano kayang gusto niya? Kuha kang dede. Di ba ganun nun? Tapos sila pa yung nag-aaral sa atin. Yung mga bata, yung mga childhood. Kasi kung ano lang yung sinabi ni mami, tatandaan nila. 3 is the adolescence. The adolescence is the stage follows the childhood. So you have already learned some things about adolescence. A deeper look into changes that occurs during these stages will be begin in the later section. So in this stage, ito yung stage ninyo, yung adolescence. So dito nade-develop na tuluyan yung mga na-change na, kung natangkad ka, tatangkad ka ulit, tas puputi, iitim, hahaba na yung buhok, kung babae, kung lalaki, and then minsan magbabago na yung boses. Next is the adulthood. After the adolescence, between the age of 18 to 21, a person reach adulthood by the time the body organs are fully developed and the body performance is in its peak. So pag adulthood ka na, yung ating body organs natin, they are fully developed. So it means that pag sa adolescence, hindi pa sila totally developed. Pero pag adulthood na tayo, they are totally developed. Taka yung mga body performance natin, they are in the high peak. Let's talk about the changes in physical changes. They are some of the general changes that happen to adolescent boys and girls during puberty. So number one is the a rapid increase in height and weight. So pag mabilis po paglaki, pabilis po pagtaba. So dito po. So yung mga boys po experience this usually 2 years later than girls. The head, the hands, the feet grows faster first. And then, susunod naman yung ating kamay tsaka yung legs. And then, lastly, the chest and the shoulder. And then, ang ating pagkadalises, they are perfectly proportioned. Next is the changes in circulatory and respiratory system. So, the heart and the lungs grows bigger and work better. So, pag bigger and work better, mas maganda. So, the adolescents become stronger and can be work longer, although the increase is more than boys than girls. So, boys po mas stronger than girls. Punta naman tayo sa body composition. When you say the body composition, muscle, mabilis pong mag-grow sa mga lalaki kaysa sa babae. Pag naman sa mga body parts naman, ang mabilis pong mag-grow ang mga babae kaysa sa lalaki. Why? Kasi ang mga lalaki ay mga workaholic or mga kasi lalaki nga. So lahat work. Marami silang ginagawa kaysa sa mga babae. So lagi muscle po ang kanilang pinakamabilis kaysa sa lalaki. Tapos po sa mga babae ay mga body fats. These are the other changes. Number one, it is sudden increase the hormone production. Number two, bones have become harder and be stronger. Sweat and oil glands become more active. So habang tumatanda tayo, yung mga magsisweat na tayo at ang oil glands natin, ma-active na po sila. So here are the primary sex characteristic are changes directly related to sexual reproduction. So the reproduction organ, both boys and girls, grow and develop. So yung lalaki po, dapat may experience siya po ang kanyang first release of seminal fuel or the ejaculation from their penis. Ang babae naman, dapat may experience niya ang pag-release ng kanyang dugo and fluid from his or her vagina called the menstruation. So, let's start with the, let's proceed to the second sex characteristics are changes not directly related to the sexual reproduction. For the voice, we have the voice become deeper, mas lalalim. Yung ating boses, the Adam's apple become bigger. Ito po yung Adam's apple natin, lalaki po siya. Our shoulder will become wider than the hips. Tapos po yung hair natin on the face, body, and public area. So magkakabuhok na tayo. The skin on the upper arm or the kilikili and the thigh becomes rough. Matitigas. Parang ang texture niya ay magaspang. Okay? Sa babae naman po ay yung breast develop, yung kanilang suso. Yung hips nila ay lalaki than the shoulder. Kung sa lalaki ay yung shoulder naman. Sa mga babae ay hips. Tapos, yung hair nila ay tutubo sa armpit tsaka sa mga public area. So, let's proceed to the mental and intellectual changes. Adolescents experience rapid mental development. So, they are the changes in the structure of our brain. So, this make it more effectively. Number one, the development of the intellectual ability make adolescents less acceptance of what others saying. So, for example, nagtanong siya, sinabi mo ang sagot, pero hindi man siya naniwala. So, ang gagawin niya is magtatanong siya ulit. Or, nagtanong ka sa kanya, hindi niya sasabihin kung saan siya nanggaling. Mas paniniwalaan niya kung sino yung pinaka-close niya. Yun yung number one. Number two is the adolescents make better decision. because they can evaluate risk and reward better. So in the number 2, they can decision by themselves. But kailangan pa rin ng guidance ng mga parents nila. Next, adolescents have the tendency to become bored with routine activity. They need to be challenges. Yes, kasi mostly sa mga adolescents ay nasasawa na kung ano yung ginagawa nila. Naboboard na kung ano yung ginagawa nila. So, naghahanap sila ng parang ginagawa na feeling na kinaka-challenge nila sa sarili nila. Adolescents are already capable of thinking deeply. So, ang mga adolescents ay nag-iisip na sila ng malalim. So, hindi na katulad ng bata sila. Ngayon, nag-iisip na sila ng malalim kung ano ba yung, or magdidiscover sila ng bagong things. Next is, adolescents also think less themselves. So, paano po ito? So, this allow them to think and reason better. This also makes them good debater. So, parang pinatagol nila ang kanilang sarili sa other people. Next is the adolescents have the skills that let them control and coordinate their thoughts with their action. So, marunong na rin sila ng mag-control and mag-coordinate sa mga tao or sa mga kapaligiran nila. Next is the adolescent students can focus their attention on what they want to listen to. So, kung ano lang yung pakikinggan nila, yun lang yung paniniwalaan nila. They can also focus their attention on 2 or more things at the same time. So, but mas nakikinig sila sa ibang tao or sa mga pwede sila makinig isa or sa dalawang tao. Next, there is likewise an improvement in adolescents' memory and speed in thinking. Ang kagandahan dito sa adolescents ay na-exercise nila yung pag-memorize at pag-speed ng kanilang memory. Emotional changes. Adolescents are more responsive to award and stress. So, sa adolescents are more emotional and this make them open to being hurt and is danger. So, pag adolescents na sila, magkakaroon na sila ng problema. So, sa mga boys, they are sexually active. So, they are prone to participate in risky behavior. So, sa mga lalaki, mostly po, pag adolescents na sila, sexually active na sila.